You don't have to come in the meet. Oh, somebody else is in there.
I'm not in there yet. It says, oh, I'm not putting my video on there.
Oh, I see it.
Sharon Hicks is in here.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Cal.
That man flirted with me. When I told you about who worked at WC,
I can't hear.
Oh, this is looking.
I like that hairdo, Miss Murray.
Thank you. I'm trying. I ain't want y'all to see me looking all wild.
Good morning, Kim.
Good morning,
Good
Leandra.
morning, everyone. Well, it's Kim.
I mean, Kim, I'm sorry, Miss Kim.
Good
You know, my rock star lady.
I know I have Deandria's name, but
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm okay.
That's good. I miss all you guys so much.
I'm glad you're feeling. I mean, you're in good spirit. That's a good thing.
Yes, I am truly blessed. We all are. So
Yes.
I'm happy.
I need to get that curl, man. I don't know how you get that curl like that. I want my hair like yours.
Girl,
You're my beautiful girl.
I had it done.
Good morning, ladies.
I like
Good one.
I can't get in here. No.
Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
New Jersey, by the way.
No. Not today, you're not. Out. Let's go. Out. You do too much. Don't on up out of here. Thank you. Love you. Bye. So I guess we'll be starting in about 5 minutes, ladies.
So we're already recording. It started recording as soon as I came in. So there's
Okay.
Change that. And Lisa, I sent you a message. Did you see it?
On which phone?
The new one.
Which one?
The work one. You don't see it?
Yeah. Which ones are you talking about? Because I just have the Same ones that I've been having. What are you missing?
Okay, that's all. Nothing, I just wanted to make sure you had some.
Yeah, I got the same ones, suppose. And let me see, do I have control over?
Oh, now you can see everybody. At first, you couldn't see everybody.
Oh,
Last
I
time.
think I figured it out.
Because I don't want to hold them too late and then I don't want to run over our meeting time as well. So good morning, ladies, and welcome to Outside Play webinar presented by Miss Kimberly Murray and Miss Lisa Williams. Miss Kim, want to share the audience your position and the state you work from?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kimberly Murray, and I am a child development specialist, and I work with Greater Ebenezer Center and TOTS Early Learning.
And my name is Lisa Williams, and I'm a child development specialist as well. And the centers that I work at are Early Learning Prep and Franklin Rice Settlement. In addition, we want to know who you are as well. So if you could please put your name, your first and last name, and as well as the center that you work from. This is also going to help us with attendance purposes and for you guys to receive your certificates. Okay, I hope that everyone is in positive spirits. Before we get started, let's go over a few house rules. You will notice that everyone is muted. Please keep your mics muted. If your mic is not muted, please do so now. Also, if you have any questions, please type the questions in the chat platform. All questions will be answered at the end of the webinar if time permits, or at a later date by your child development specialist. In addition, you can utilize the chat box to answer questions, and if you have that you experience any technical difficulties that permit you from answering survey calls, you can type your response in the chat. Okay, now that we have the house rules in place, let's get started. I want to do an icebreaker. Okay, I have a question here, and you can answer by typing it in the chat because I don't see you can raise hands. Okay, I want you to think, what did you do the first day the stay-at-home order was lifted? I know, and just to give you guys time to answer, I'll go in a little story of what I did. It took me a minute to adjust because my routine consisted of going to the store and right back home. To be honest, I did go outside and I worked in the yard. I missed being outside, feeling the sun on my face, or sitting by the water because I love being by the water. All right, let's see what some of you ladies did the first day. Okay, I see stayed at home, nothing. Stayed at home, stayed inside all day, relaxed. Okay, relax. Cleaning, just relaxing, self-care, stayed inside, sleep. I think it's going to take us a moment to adjust back, getting back out. Things slowly come to back to some type of normalcy. So I know for me, I'm still in that mindset, storing back home. Okay, our presentation has 4 objectives. The objectives for today's webinar include the following: the importance of outside play, the benefits of outside play, outdoor play, and the curriculum, and how it ties into a 5 safety and outdoor play. Okay, I'm gonna ask again, ladies, if your mics are on mute, please mute them now. We can hear extra conversation.
All right, ladies. Good morning again. I'm Kimberly Murray, and we're going to get started. I'd like for you to take a moment and close your eyes. I want you to think back to your childhood and come up with your favorite outdoor experience or activity as a child. And as you think about this activity, I'd like for you to think of what it was about this activity or experience that made it one of your favorites. And when you come up with your idea, you can place it in the chat. I'm still trying to figure out how you all can raise your hand and contribute by microphone. I'm working on that. So, but in the meantime, you can place your responses in the chat.
Okay. The importance of outdoor play. Uh-oh.
All right. So do we have any responses in the chat, Lisa?
That's what I'm trying. Let me see. It says I like to play Barbie, playing out at my grandma's house, climbing trees. What is this? Somebody had in raise your hand, Miss Kim is in the settings.
Correct.
Settings. Okay.
Playing outside my grandma's house, climbing trees. I used to make mud pies and play football and basketball and soccer. I know I used to, I see one, love to jump rope and hula hoop. That was one of my favorites.
That was one of my favorites too. I was good at jump rope. I never did get to double dutch because I would get all tangled up.
Yeah, double dutch, that was one of my favorites. So I probably couldn't do it now. I probably double dutch and be on the floor, but yeah, one of my favorites. So not right now though, no.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for sharing. And again, I'm still trying to determine this raise your hand. I think it's in the participants. If you go to participants, you might be able to raise your hand from the 3 dots at the end of the participant row. My settings is different from your settings. So, see somebody, Miss Keisha, you figured it out. Thank you so much. So if you'd like to share, Miss Keisha, you can unmute yourself and share with us your favorite experience. Please.
I was
Oh
just
my
letting you
God.
guys know that it's in the participant, like she said at the bottom. But my favorite outdoor activity was playing Mr. Fox with my friends
Oh, yes.
and running around the neighborhood.
Okay. Thank you for sharing with us.
No problem.
Okay, so we're going to continue. All right, you ready, Miss Lisa?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
All right, the importance of outdoor play. Sunshine, exercise, executive function, taking risks, socialization, and appreciation of nature. Sunshine, we need sun exposure to make vitamin D, a vitamin that plays a crucial role in our body's process, from bone development to our immune system. Sun exposure plays a very important role in our immune system.
Dude, move your, thank you.
I'm sorry. Such as healthy sleep and in our mood. Our bodies best work when they get a little sunshine every day. Exercise. Children should be active and getting outside to play is one way to be sure that happens. They can certainly exercise indoors, but sending them outdoors, especially with something like a ball or a bike, encourages active play. And that's what high scope curriculum is all about, active play and active learning. Active play is really the best exercise for children. Executive function. These are the skills that help us plan, prioritize, troubleshoot, negotiate, and multitask. They are crucial to our success. Creativity falls in year 2. And use our imagination to problem solve and entertain ourselves. Taking risks. Children need to take some risks because if we don't allow them to take risks, then they won't know what they can and cannot do. A story that I like to share with you about taking risks. I can remember growing up and I wanted to learn how to swim. And I never been swimming before, but my mom had got me into like a swimming class or whatever. So, but the swimming only kept you like in the shallow end. It never let you go off into the deep end. So one day, me and my cousins, we go up to the wreck. Now, I didn't been in this class for a minute, so I'm thinking, okay, I can handle this now. So I took a risk and I jumped into the deep water. I remember what my coach had told us about jumping in, going to the bottom, pushing yourself up, treading water. I did all of that. But had I not ever taken that risk, I would have never known what I could accomplish. Because I say a month after that, my mom ended up having to pull me out of there, and because I became allergic to the chlorine. So we have to let the children be able to take risks, and they take risks in going outside and learning about the nature and experiencing catching bees, butterflies. I don't know if the kids nowadays still do that, which I don't think they do. I know I did it growing up. Socialization. Children need to learn how to work together. They need to learn how to make friends, how to cooperate with other children, and how to treat other people. Through active play outside, it provides children that opportunity to make friends. If they only interact in very structured settings such as schools or sports teams, they can't learn everything they need to know about active play. Last but not least, appreciation of nature. So much of our world is changing and not for the better. If a child grows up never walking in the woods, digging in the soil, seeing animals in their habitat, climbing a mountain, playing in a stream, or sharing the endless horizon of an ocean, they may never really understand what there is to be lost or having fun outside. Also, about this appreciation of nature, I was speaking with my mother about being able to, like when I was growing up, we had Belle Isle that we could go to, and it was free. Now here, I'm half of 100, and now they want to charge me to get on Belle Isle. I couldn't grasp that concept. And just to think back, these kids will never know what a free Belle Isle is. They'll never experience Belle Isle the way that we did growing up. We want to get that back in our children, to be able to appreciate nature, running outside, playing them, getting them from behind the computers, the iPads, the cell phones, the television. You know, you want to get them outside so they'll be back up to appreciating nature. Okay, Ms. Kim.
All right. So as you've heard, Ms. Lisa has explained to us the importance of outdoor play. And I want to just go into some of the benefits of outdoor play. One of the things that Ms. Lisa spoke about was getting the children out in the sun and how the sun provides vitamin D. And the sun is also very helpful in building our immune systems. And one of the things that I learned a lot actually doing research for this presentation that I really didn't know. But as I learned these things, it kind of explains some things that were going on in my life. Because about a year ago, I went for, you know, you go for your annual physical with your doctor, and my doctor told me that I had a vitamin D deficiency. And I'm like, a vitamin D deficiency? Like, I drink milk, I eat yogurt, I eat cheese, I like all that stuff. But I am an indoor person. I like being indoors. I enjoy doing things in my house, watching TV or being inside, shopping at the mall or shopping in my house, for those of you who know me. So I am an indoor person, and I realized that maybe part of my vitamin D deficiency is that I don't spend enough time outside in the sun. And so now that I've learned that, I'm working on changing my habits and spending more time outside and absorbing that vitamin D into my system, because we know that vitamin D does help with children, especially. I'm sorry, can everyone please mute your microphones? Thank you. We do know that it helps the children to build strong bones and teeth. And now that I've learned that it helps with your immune system and building and developing your immune system, I'm really gonna get out there. And it's very important for us to take the children out now, especially in light of what is happening in the world with this COVID-19 pandemic. We really do need to get outside, and it will benefit us all to go out there, especially if it's going to help in building our immune system. The other thing that I learned I think, it was really a surprise for me, is that there's a such thing as a nature deficit disorder. And I was like, nature deficit, and it really affects children. And the cause of that, what scientists and researchers and doctors think, is that the cause of it is just like what Ms. Lisa said. Our children are spending more time inside with these self-isolating activities, such as playing video games, being on the smartphones and tablets and things of that nature. And then we have children who are like me, just like to be inside. So one of the things that doctors is doing now is they're actually prescribing children outdoor time. And it's actually a written prescription, and it helps children to get out and enjoy outside time, because they're also finding that our children are becoming more and more obese, and that they are lacking in socialization skills. So all of these things, getting outside and playing with the other children, help to curtail, hopefully that will help to curtail this nature deficit disorder, curtail childhood obesity, as well as help our children to improve in socializing with other people appropriately. We also know that when our kids go outside, that yes, they're going to build those physical skills, as in, the fine motor and especially the gross motors. They go out, they run around, they do a lot of playing, but also while they're out there, they're learning other things as well. And I didn't realize some of the things that was actually happening when the children are outside. We do know the physical, but they are developing their cognitive skills. And I was talking to my daughter about this, and my daughter used to work at a daycare center herself. And she was telling me, like one of the observations that she made when the children went outside to play. And she was saying that the children kind of discovered on their own the difference between the surface outside in the play area, because part of the surface was the artificial turf, and the other part of the playground surface was actual real grass and a couple of bushes and things. And she realized that the children preferred to play in the grass than the artificial turf. And they realized the difference because they could dig up the grass and pick it up in their hand, and they realized they couldn't do it in the artificial turf. And so they're out there making discoveries and using their cognitive skills and processing and learning science. And when we're out there and talking to them, they're developing language. So it's a lot of benefits to taking our children outside.
Someone in the chat wrote, it helps them to nap better. And this is so true. Kids going
Yes.
outside, running around, come back in, they can barely finish lunch before they're passed out at the table. That's absolutely true.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
So what we're going to do now, we're going to take a look at a little video. And this video basically is going to sum up what we talked about, the importance of outdoor play, some of the benefits of outdoor play, as well as some other information as well. So it's about a 5-minute video.
Hi, I'm Jan Greenberg from the Early Head Start National Resource Center, and I'm excited to share some great information about taking infants and toddlers outside. Why is this exciting? Because spending quality time outdoors matters for infants and toddlers, and it matters in some very important ways.
No
Being
video,
outside
Kim.
offers infants and
video?
toddlers
No
unique
video.
sensory
Okay, I'm sorry,
experiences
give me
that
one
aren't
second.
available within the four walls of a classroom, home, or other.
Okay, 1 second. I apologize, everyone. And I'm going to start the video over.
And I'm excited to share some great information about taking
Can you
infants and
see and hear
toddlers
it?
outside.
Yes.
Why is this exciting? Because spending quality time outdoors matters for infants and toddlers, and it matters in some very important ways. Being outside offers infants and toddlers unique sensory experiences that aren't available within the four walls of a classroom, home, or other indoor space. Think about it. Sounds, smells, sights, and light are all different outside. Laying on grass and watching a bird circle high overhead, feeling a breeze move your hair all around, and catching falling snowflakes on your tongue and feeling them melt on your face are just a few of the many experiences you just can't bring inside. Sensory experiences are important for infant and toddler development, but there are other potential benefits of outdoor time. First, there is strong evidence that going outside improves children's health. Outside, young children are more likely to play actively, using their whole bodies in ways that can strengthen their hearts, lungs, and muscles. Being outside gives infants and toddlers lots of time and opportunity to develop their large motor skills, to freely crawl, toddle, walk, climb, run, and move their bodies through space in new and different ways. This improves their overall fitness and is an important defense against childhood obesity. Also, spending time outdoors helps regulate and balance young children's sleeping patterns. And even just a few minutes of sun each day increases vitamin D production, which is important for strengthening teeth and bones. Second, going outside supports children's overall development. Research shows that outdoor play and exploration increases children's creativity and imagination, enriches their opportunities to make decisions, solve problems, and cooperate with others, improves reasoning and observation skills, and has positive effects on their ability to focus and pay attention. Third, going outside builds children's connection to nature and the outdoor world. With your support, young children can develop an appreciation for the natural world as they experience and learn about things like weather and seasons, and discover plants, animals, and insects that live and grow around them. They can learn about life cycles and how plants and animals depend on each other for survival. They learn that nature is everywhere and that everyone is a part of nature. These early outdoor experiences are important because attitudes about nature are formed early. Infants and toddlers' positive experiences with nature will likely play a part in how they come to value and care for the environment as they get older and throughout their lives. Finally, spending time outside is a rich and important part of daily curriculum for infants and toddlers. No matter where young children live, The outdoor world offers them interesting things to see, discover, and learn. Everything that happens outside, crawling from grass to a hard surface and being surprised by the change in texture, waving to a mail carrier while out on a neighborhood walk, feeling excitement as a fire truck races by with the siren blaring, looking at the different shapes, sizes, and colors of buildings and street signs, helps children develop social, emotional, physical, cognitive, language, and literacy skills. So how can you make sure that infants and toddlers are getting quality outdoor time? Here are just a few ideas. Make going outside part of the daily schedule. Stroller and wagon rides are fine, but also give infants and toddlers lots of opportunities to crawl, walk, and move themselves unassisted as much as possible. Observe children and use what you learn about them to plan and extend your curriculum outdoors. Remember, you can provide individualized learning experiences for young children and families outdoors just as you do indoors. Playing with toys, looking at books, making music, and creating art are all great outdoor experiences. And talk with coworkers, families, and others, such as Health Services Advisory Committee members, about the value of outdoor time for infants and toddlers. Everyone has a role in supporting safe, healthy, and developmentally appropriate and challenging outdoor experiences. Want to learn more about outdoor time for infants and toddlers? You can find additional resources from the Early Head Start National Resource Center on Head Start's Early Childhood Learning and Knowledge Center website at www.eclkc.ohs.acf.hhs.gov. This is Jan Greenberg at the Early Head Start National Resource Center, encouraging you, the children you care for, and their families to go outside and play.
All right, ladies. Hopefully you can see my screen. Are we back to the PowerPoint?
Welcome to this short module on problem solving in the moment.
Sorry.
This video in a preschool classroom.
All right, I apologize for that. Okay, are we back to the PowerPoint? Okay, thank you so much. So hopefully from the video, you found out a few more things that will assist us in understanding the importance of and the benefits of taking our children outdoors. Lisa, you're muted.
Sorry about that. Can y'all hear my big mouth now? Okay. All right. So now when going outside, we must keep in mind that our outside environment is an extension of our classroom environment. So basically anything that you can do in the classroom, you can do outside. For an example, you can see the police officer here reading a book with the kids on the left-hand side in a group sitting on a carpet. Then as we looked over to the right, you notice that kids are sitting outside on the grass reading books. So basically, again, back to you can do anything that you can do inside, you can do outside, from sitting on the ground to a picnic table to spreading a blanket and having the kids to come and sit under the blanket and share a story with them, or just talk and play or bring some toys outside and play with them. Okay, and then here I gave you some more examples. As we look over to the screen on the left, in the upper left-hand corner, you can see the little boy out painting. You can go outside, let the kids paint outside. They can also play with the trucks out there. Also, you see the kids back there playing and they're just engaged with one another. Now, if we look at the upper right hand, you'll see the little baby out there sitting in the snow. Now, you can also bring that outside, inside, especially if the weather doesn't permit for you guys to go outside, by setting out buckets to catch the freshly dry snow that falls from the clouds or the sky, however you want to put it. And you can take that in and let the kids put it in the sand and water table or your sensory table, and let the kids watch the snow melt or just play with it while they're in the classroom. Now we have the little boy in the lower left hand who's blowing bubbles. You can blow bubbles inside and you can blow bubbles outside. I know I used to blow bubbles inside my classroom when the weather didn't permit for the kids to go outside, because they really love the bubbles. And I would have them, count to see how many bubbles they would, how many bubbles they could burst. And they kind of enjoyed that. So that's another activity, inside and out. Then we have the leaves over here. You can have the kids go out, collect leaves, bring the leaves back in the classroom. They can paint the leaves, make a leaf collage, or they can crumble up and make leaf confetti. So anything that you can do inside of your classroom, and especially now that we do have, that we did experience COVID, they're gonna require the kids to go outside. And what better way for them to go outside and learn about their environment is making that connection with and keeping in mind that the outside environment is an extension of the classroom.
All right, ladies. So in thinking about keeping in mind that the outside is an extension of inside, we are very familiar with inside activities and planning for our inside activities and incorporating the 5 active ingredients in indoor learning. So what I would like to do now is just review the 5 ingredients and give an example of how we can use those 5 active ingredients in outdoor play. So underneath the 5 active ingredients is an acronym, Make My Child Love School. And we can look, and that's just a quick way to recall all of the parts of the 5 active ingredients. So the first M refers to the materials. The second M refers to manipulatives or manipulation. The C refers to choice. The L refers to language and thought. And the S refers to scaffolding. So I'm going to go back to materials. We can take indoor materials outside, just like we just learned from Miss Lisa. So I'm going to give the example. I'm going to use balls for an example. If we're planning an activity for our children outside centered around balls, you want to make sure that you have enough materials. First of all, you want to make sure that there are enough materials for all the children to engage with. You want to make sure that the children can use these materials in a variety of ways. So when we're thinking about taking balls outside and we're thinking about having enough for children and the fact that they can use them in various ways, we want to take a variety of balls. So we can take big balls outside. We have smaller balls outside. You could take the textural nubby balls outside, the smooth balls. They could be balls of different materials. You can have the soft squishy balls, fabric balls. So when we're thinking about materials, we want to make sure we have enough, and we want to make sure that those materials are varied. Manipulation. Manipulation basically just refers to how are we going to use these, or how are the children going to use the materials. We want to make sure that the materials that we take out, the balls, are the children are able to use those materials in a way that they feel comfortable. Okay, so in that they can explore those balls freely. So maybe before your actual activity start, you can just let the children have the balls and just see what they do with the balls. But you want in the 5 active ingredients for the children to be able to manipulate the materials in their own way at some point in incorporating the 5 active ingredients. The third bullet is choice. And in choice, we have an activity in mind. We took those balls out for a reason. We probably thought, hey, let's take the balls out and I'm gonna have the children roll the balls back and forth to one another. The kids may get out there and decide that they don't want to roll the balls back and forth. They may want to kick the balls. They may want to run around with the balls. They may want to toss the balls back and forth with their friends. So in incorporating the 5 active ingredients in your activity, you want to have some room there for choice. Sometimes we have an idea in our head of what we want the children to do. But again, let them have some choice. So sometimes manipulation and choice are very closely related in the 5 active ingredients. We want them to be able to manipulate them in their own way and have some choice, a little bit of freedom and leeway in the activity that you plan. The L in the 5 active ingredients is for language and thought. In all things, every time, in all things that we do with our children, we should be engaging in language. We must engage in language with our children because that's really how they learn. They learn by communicating with us, whether that's verbal communication or nonverbal communication. And they're gonna learn to speak. Our kids are little. They're learning the language, they're learning to speak, they're learning to say sentences. And the best way that they learn to do those things is by listening to others, copying your language and things of that nature. So when we're out there and we're doing this activity with the children, make sure that you're engaging in language. Ask them questions, describe what you're doing, talk about the activity that is going on. All of this language that you're providing for our children will help to build their listening vocabulary as well as their speaking vocabulary. And understand that children understand more of what you say and may not be able to verbalize it, but they understand. So communication, talking, language, even body language, all of those things contribute to helping a child build language skills, which later will turn into literacy skills. The final letter is scaffolding. And scaffolding sometimes is, I think sometimes it can be confused with language. We know that language is important. We have to speak. We're verbal all the time. And in scaffolding, we are talking to the children. The purpose is different. Language, we're describing, we're talking, we're asking questions of the children about what they're doing to get a sense of their experiences. In scaffolding, we're helping them to process a task or process their thinking. So let's move on to the next slide, and we're going to go a little more into scaffolding. What is scaffolding? In early childhood education, scaffolding refers to the type of assistance provided when a child is working to accomplish a task. So again, when you're scaffolding, this is when you're in the heart of learning and teaching and trying to help the children get from one level to the next level. Now, oftentimes we think of scaffolding needing to take place if a child is having some challenges in getting through a task. But we can scaffold at all times. In the second bullet, it says if a child is on, if a child is on the right track to completing a task, support should be less specific and more encouraging. So basically what that's saying is that even if the child is completing the task or they look successful in completing the task. If the task was to kick the ball across the playground to their neighbor, and they're able to kick the ball all the way across the playground, then we can encourage them and give them support and say, yes, you did it. Well, can't say, yes, you did a good job. Lord have mercy. I struggle with praise all the time, but that's a whole nother topic. But we can talk about and describe for the child exactly what they did. So you kicked the ball, your foot hit the ball, and the ball went all the way over on the other side. We may even talk to them about, give them another ball and talk about maybe this time we're going to kick the ball lightly, see how far it goes. Did it go as far as before? Wow, this time it didn't go so far, or things like that. And then you can move them to the next level about distance and things of that nature if they're able to kick the ball. If a child is having difficulty with kicking the ball, for example, we get down to the third bullet, which is a child that is struggling or having challenges to complete the task. Here we can provide for them strategies. This is where we're going to talk to them and help them process what they can do, process their thinking, give them support in kicking the ball. So we might want to put the ball in front of them and hold on to the top of the ball so the child can kick the ball without the ball moving around, because they may have difficulty kicking it if the ball is wobbly in front of them. So we can talk to them, well, we're going to try it again. I'm going to put the ball in front of your foot. I'm going to hold the top of the ball, and you could try kicking the ball again and allow the child to kick the ball. Or you can talk about bring your foot back further and give it more force. These are all strategies that we can do. We can also model for the child what it is that that they can do to help complete the goal, to help kick the ball across. So hopefully in this understanding and me trying to talk about scaffolding here, that you get a better understanding of scaffolding and that we need to scaffold all the time. I think that all of you scaffold on a regular basis, and we just may not identify it as scaffolding, but you do that. You know exactly what to do to help our children get from one level to the next level. And that's very evident, you know, too, also in your anecdotal notes and when you're scoring your notes and things like that, because the children are progressing through the process. All right, so here we have a video, and this video is kind of long. I'm gonna preface it by saying it's long. It's about a 7-minute video, and what this video is going to demonstrate for you is the 5 active ingredients of learning in outdoor play. So the video is looped, and what I mean by looped is that it's gonna play for about 3 minutes or so, and then it's going to start over with the same video you've seen before, the same footage, but the narrator is going to explain to you what has taken place in the video and how the 5 active ingredients are being incorporated. All right, so give me 1 second. We're going to start this, and hopefully this one goes smoother than the last one. 1 second. All right.
Environments provide infants and toddlers a chance to explore, gather information, and experiment. What do you notice in these examples of outdoor experiences for infants and toddlers?
It floats. Oh, you're getting wet. Don't put it in there. All right. How about this one? How about this one? 1, 2, 3. You gonna put it in here? Just a cup. Can you stay now, Freddy? Yes. Huh? Alex, what are you holding? Huh? What are you holding? A block. A block. What are you holding, Alyssa? Cover, drink some water. 1, 2, 3. Pat, pat, pat. Lift it up, see if it came out. Drink some water. It's stuck. Yay! We have 2 stars. 1, 2. 2 stars. Again? Yes. Scoop. All right, Tegan, flip it over. It works. I do it. Yay! Tegan did it! Green? All right, let's go.
Notice caregivers are in close proximity to support children's learning. This caregiver comments on children's specific actions during water play, providing language for their experiences.
All right, how about this one? How about this one?
The spaces and materials allow children to test out many different ideas. Splashing in the water, rolling balls, and playing hide and seek.
Just a couple? Can you stay there, Freddy? Yes! Huh?
Here children use boxes and blocks to build their own ideas outdoors.
A block. What are you holding, Alyssa?
Notice how building against the wall helps support this toddler's structure and how he experiments with balancing. In this sand play, children explore cause and effect and express their autonomy. Again, the caregiver extends the learning by providing a detailed account of the child's engagement with the materials, stating, "Yeah, we have 2 stars."
Yay! We have 2 stars. 1, 2. 2 stars. Again? Yes. Scoop. Pat, pat, pat. Pat, pat, pat. Pat, pat, pat. All right, Tegan, flip it over.
The caregiver also brings over additional materials so both children can scoop and pat the sand.
Yay! Tegan did it! Green?
Here, a toddler uses dramatic play materials outside, enjoying his own accomplishments in this kitchen area. A caregiver could ask the child what he is washing, or act as a participant in his idea to extend this play. Lastly, these toddlers are experimenting with how to physically use riding toys. They practice how to enter, exit, and move the toy car together. The caregiver notices the child's encouraging "go, go" to her peer and attempts to support this early play by offering other words, such as "say bye-bye, have a good trip."
She gonna drive?
Bye-bye. Have a good trip.
The caregiver also tries to extend the play by offering an additional toy car so both children can ride.
Say hi, Brianna. Brianna. You want a car too? Should we find a car? You want to go drive too? Where are they? Are there more cars? You go find them? Yeah? Let's go.
When choosing how to design your space and what materials to use, consider how these spaces and materials create areas of curiosity, challenge, wonderment, and movement for infants and toddlers.
All right, hopefully we're back to the PowerPoint. So in that video, you can see how the 5 active ingredients are incorporated into outdoor play. And even if we do not have structured activities taking place outside, you can still make sure that the children have plenty of materials when they're out there, that they can use and manipulate in their own way. And you can help to scaffold their learning by providing language for them and assisting them in the tasks that they are participating in. All right, so we've talked a lot about scaffolding, and what I would like for you to do right now is to watch this video, and I want you to think about what the teacher or caregiver in this video could do, or language that she can provide to help scaffold this child's learning. 1 second.
It's okay. Try again. Try again. Try in there. Yeah, try again. Try again. Yay! No, try a different spot then. What about here? No, what about here? Yeah, try again. Try again. Try again. Try here. That's it. Try again. Try it. There you go. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I dog. Yeah. Dog. Yeah. Doggy. I have doggy. Yeah. Yeah. I will do I need to help. Yeah. What will do? It's about why here. I just need.
Oh. Uh-oh. All right, ladies. So can you see me? Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I really like this video, and I would like for us to kind of talk about it. So again, I think that when you go to participants, you can raise your hand in that area. And Ms. Lisa, I'm gonna need your help in seeing who raised their hands because I can't tell who raised their hands. But I would like for someone to share for me from this video experience what they would do in order to help that child, help scaffold that child in putting that puzzle together. Because I think that his current caregiver could have used more strategies in order to help him complete the task. And remember, when we're scaffolding, we want to help the child to process their own thinking so that they'll be able to determine and figure out how to do things later and problem solve. So what are some of the things that she could have said to help him problem solve? What language could she have provided? I see that Lindsay Gray raised her hand.
Okay, because I'm having issues on my end seeing.
Okay. So Ms. Gray, if you can unmute your microphone and share with us your scaffolding strategies for Timothy's caregiver. Are you able to unmute yourself, Ms. Gray? No?
I can hear a little bit.
Let me see. Lindsay. I can't even find you, Miss Gray.
No.
Okay, let's see. Your microphone is unmuted, Miss Gray. Can you speak a little louder? Ooh, we can barely hear you. Okay. I'm sorry, Miss Gray. Oh, I see you. Hi, Miss Gray. Would you like to share it in the chat box? Oh, you're gonna work with your partner. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I switched phones.
Hi, Miss.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna turn it. Okay, so I would say I kept hearing her say, try again. And I think that she could have described more about the puzzle. So if they were different colors or different shapes, it looked like they were like fish, like maybe different kind of fish. So if he's putting it in the wrong spot, she could say, okay, that doesn't fit there. Maybe we can try another spot, or maybe you should try the blue one there, or, using words to describe the puzzle so that he can make the connections that these are all different. Like, these are all puzzle pieces. Yeah, and she could model and show him, she could put one in and then let him do one totally by himself until he figured it out, and just keep talking him through it to say, all right, that one didn't go there. Let's turn it around and let's try to put it in a different way.
Absolutely, absolutely. I like the language that you use with turn, because I think sometimes with our children, you know, we know what it looks like. We know that it's a fish, and he may know that it's a fish too, but he either may not be able to verbalize it, or he's not able yet to see the outline of that fish shape with the outline that's in the puzzle. So even if he places the fish shape, we're going to go with the fish that you were speaking of, even if he places the fish shape in the wrong opening for the puzzle piece, if we talk to him about put the piece there and push and turn, push and turn, push and turn. So he's turning the piece, pushing the piece. I don't know if you can see my hand, but he's turning and pushing. It may actually fit there. And that's a strategy that he can use in any of those shapes that are there. So he's learning the language of turning the puzzle piece. He's also learning push it, give it pressure, because then it may fit. If I keep turning it and pushing it, it may fit. I also liked how Miss Gray spoke of modeling. She said the caregiver could model for him. So if he has his fish piece and I have a dog piece, and I'm talking to him and I'm explaining the push and turn strategy, then I'm pushing and turning, and I'm gonna get my dog piece to fit in the dog shape, then he can see too that he can push and turn. And if it doesn't fit there, then you can give him the language, let's try this one. How about this shape? Instead of telling him to try again. And it could just be me, but I swear I heard that little boy say, she kept saying, try again, try again. I know he said, how? He asked her for some help. I could have sworn he said, how? And I'm like, yeah, how? Like, what else can you do? So remember, when we are scaffolding with our children, we want to provide that language, something that they can hear us say in words that is understandable for them, but we want to layer that learning with modeling so we can work alongside him. I actually saw, as he was taking the puzzle pieces out in the beginning, he took them out in a particular order, which I was like, wow, that's amazing. So I'm thinking he's gonna put them back in that order, but he did not. But I was just thinking like, wow, that's amazing. And even though in this instance that we saw on the video, the caregiver, you know, she wasn't quite scaffolding the learning for him, at least to my satisfaction, scaffolding the learning. But the fact that he took the pieces out in a particular order, I feel like someone else has been working with him on those pieces. So maybe when you put them back in the same order that you took them out in, you can be successful in completing the puzzle. And, you know, again, that's the strategy. The turn and push is a strategy. As you said, knowing the outline of the shape is a strategy. Matching colors, again, as Ms. Gray said, is a strategy, especially when our children are using puzzles that are not peg puzzles, or they still could be peg puzzles, but the large outline is one shape and you have 6 pieces to fill inside of that. You can ask them to match colors, because usually in our puzzle pieces, the pieces are colored and that picture that's created goes on to the surface of the puzzle. So you can start saying red, even if they don't understand, you can point red, red, these 2 colors match, maybe it goes over here. So there's a lot of language and strategies that we can provide for our children in scaffolding. And thank you so much, Ms. Gray, for participating. I appreciate it, and working hard to get your microphone to work. Thank you. All right. All right, Miss Lisa.
Okay, ladies, now that we've went through the scaffolding and everything, I want to see what you ladies can do. I want to see your ideas. Think of an activity and the time of the day that you could engage with children outside. What I want you to think about is the materials that you would use, how you would manipulate those materials, what choices the children have with those materials, the language you would use, and the scaffolding strategy you would use. This is going to be a breakout session. So ladies, we'll go into our breakout session. Please pick one person that you would like to speak on your team's behalf of for your activity.
All right, so ladies, we're going to place you in breakout rooms, and we're working with them. Keep your fingers crossed that this works for us. This is our first time engaging in breakout rooms. So you will go into a breakout room randomly with your colleagues, and we'll give you about 5 minutes in the breakout room to come up with your activity and discuss, okay? 1 second. All right. So let's see, we have 6 breakout rooms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with approximately 5 to 6 participants in each room. And I'm going to give you 5 minutes in the breakout room, and you'll get a 60-second counter to let you know when your time is winding down. All right, ladies.
Keep in mind, and don't forget, ladies, to pick someone to report out for your group.
Yes. And let me see what else. I think that's pretty much it. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed that this works. So when you should be seeing an opportunity to go into your breakout room. And I see that Miss Kayla and someone else has not been, okay. So make sure you select join the breakout room. So you're picking it at, excuse me.
Did everybody get assigned a breakout room?
It does look like everyone has been assigned a breakout room. It's like 8,000 Viandrias in here.
Yes.
I'm not sure what that is. And it looked like
Because I know it has me down to.
Wait, I have to go help. One second.
هاي أنا على تليفون اللي بدي لك. ليك يا حبيبتي ما بعرف شو قالت روحي على البريك روم شو كانت عم تحكي والله ما سمعت عمولي قلبي ولادي كنت عم شوف بنتي.
You're muted.
I'm muted.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, all right. So it must mute you automatically coming out of one of those rooms. It looks like, I don't know if all these people who are on the screen may not be in a room. I'm not sure.
That's what I was wondering, because I know mine is telling me to go to breakout room 12, but I haven't went there because I want them to do the activity.
Right. Somebody else is unassigned. I'm going to just throw them in a room.
I wonder how we gonna pick people.
Yeah, so it is, let me see, we have 15 breakout rooms, so we could just, you want to just randomly pick four rooms. You could just say room 7, room 13, room, because it's 15 rooms. So if you just like 4 random rooms, we can do that.
Yeah, but I'm just worried, like we got a lot of Leandrias. How will we determine which?
Well, you just say someone from breakout room 2.
Okay.
There.
Got you.
So they'll be coming back. Can you see that they'll be coming back in 45 seconds?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so they're in the last minute and some people have already come.
Yeah, some people have already started coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So how many, you say how many groups?
It's 15 rooms, so you could
just 15
random rooms if you like.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm gonna try to work this raise your hand situation.
Okay.
Ms. Brown, can you hear me? Can you hear me on here? I'm in 9.
Yes.
Okay, I had to rejoin from my phone because they couldn't hear me at all in my room.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. It's the tablet. So I'm just gonna get off of the tablet. I'm not sure why nobody can hear me. But I was in room 9.
Okay.
And so I don't know what's happening in there right now.
No worries.
Okay.
I think everyone should be back from their breakout rooms.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Hi, everyone. Is everyone back?
So I'm going to randomly call out different groups, and you should have picture report, your person to report out, and that person can report out. So can I have somebody from room 5 to report out?
Please.
Please. And thank you.
I don't remember if I was room 5 or 6, but I'm the person to report.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So me and Charlotte Green, I believe that was her name. I just wrote it down because I'm remembering off of memory.
Okay.
Our lesson plan or our activity for golfing was basketball. And
okay.
One of our, so for infants, we would do, we'll have the ball and we'll roll the ball to them and we can see, or we'll see if they can roll it back to us. That was infant. Toddler, we'll play basketball. Okay. Okay. Sorry. For toddler, we have the basketball and then we have the hoops and everything. And we'll see if they can shoot the hoop before we show them. So we see if they can do it. If they can't, then we'll give them opportunity. If we can't, then we'll show them. And like, this is how we do it. And we'll show them, have fun, Then we give them the opportunity to see if they can do it. And
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing.
It. Thank you.
well, I just learned that I was in room 4, I think.
No, we were at,
Well, congratulations.
I was in there.
4.
Oh Lord.
So
I was
room
in
4
there with
reported, Lisa.
Okay. Thank you.
Miss Lisa.
Yes.
Okay, I was in her room with her, but just so you guys know, we were room 10, so you don't have to call 10.
Okay,
Oh,
room 10.
Room 10.
Okay, room 10.
Okay, thanks.
All right, now room 10. Okay, the next room, give me room 1.
Our activity in room 1 was water play, and some materials that we were talking about using could be a water table, measuring cups, balls, a water wheel, just different ideas for them, things that they can fill up and dump. And for scaffolding, we could ask the kids how the water feels. Is it cold? Is it soft? What they could do with the water, what type of materials they were filling up.
Okay. Can I ask you to tell us what your name is, please?
Sadie, Miss Sadie Simmons.
Okay, Miss Simmons. Thank you, because I don't know. As you all can probably see, we have 1,200 VeAndreas. So,
oh yeah, that's what my name says too.
Yes, so we're like, who is that?
Okay.
VeAndrea too, by the way.
All right.
So real quick, y'all.
Thank you.
VeAndrea is talking right now, so just real quick. If you are under VeAndrea, please put your name in the chat, please. Your real name and your center.
Yeah.
Going back to mute. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
That way you guys will get credit for today and your certificate, because I know you love those certificates.
Yeah.
I know I used to love mine. All right, let's see. Let's go to room 7.
Can you repeat that number?
7, like 7 miles, 7.
Okay.
That would be me, Victoria.
All right, come on.
Our lesson we picked for outside time is Simon Says.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And the scaffolding is basically the children and the teachers and using their body parts, using their fine and gross motor skills. And basically we are following the and also the child follows the teacher's lead.
Okay.
And it's opportunity to teach them their body parts, opportunity to teach them maybe others.
All right. Thank you so much.
That was one of my favorite games growing up, Simon Says. Okay, you want to do one more, Kim? Or
yeah, well, let's see. We're about an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay, because we've done four so far.
Okay, so you want to move on?
Yeah, we can move on.
Okay, thank you, ladies, so much.
Thank you for taking part and engaging with us.
And you can mute yourselves one more time.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to continue. So here we're close to being done, but there are some things that I think is very important for us to talk about when we're discussing outdoor play, and it is safety in outdoor play. And safety in outdoor play has always been important, but we know now with the way the world is, it's going to be extremely important. So in thinking about safety and outdoor play, we want to talk about keeping the play space safe. So prior to going outside with your children, do you use the playground for hazards? And I think that a lot of people do, but I want you to think about, you know, if your center does that or not. And if your center does, do you have a designated person at your center that goes out to check the play space? Like, is there a teacher that's assigned to that responsibility? Or is it the director of your center that's assigned that responsibility? Or is it that each class that goes out, or whoever's the first class, go out, check it, or things of that nature? And does your center have an outdoor safety checklist? So these are things that we want to keep in mind. I know that currently right now for Matrix as a whole, to my knowledge, we do not currently have an outdoor safety checklist. But it doesn't mean that we won't get one, but we currently do not have one. But I think that it would be in our best interest. So consider it like a best practice to start doing some of those things. All right. So we want to make sure that before we take our children outside to play, that play space that we're taking them in is a safe place. That when we go out, before the children get there, have we gone out? Have we checked the playground for trash or anything else that could be harmful to our children? Have we checked for intruders? Sometimes we can go out and there are animals, a dog, a cat, a raccoon or something, or even a person could have gotten into the play space. So before we go out, is that a practice that you all currently do at your center? And you can respond to this by placing it in the chat. We're not going to raise our hand on this instance, but we can put it in the chat box. So if you have a designated person at your center who checks the playground or the outdoor space before anyone goes out, you can indicate that in the chat. And if your center has a outdoor safety checklist, you can place that in the chat. As you are placing those things in the chat, we do have a video that we're regarding outdoor safety and play.
Before you go there, Kim, let me say one thing. Ladies, please put your mics on mute. We can hear your conversations and your background noise.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So hopefully, you know, you're adding to the chat box. If you have those materials at your center, especially an outdoor safety checklist, please put it there. Or if you have a designated person or whatever your procedure is for checking the playground before.
Oh, okay, we got some coming in. Fun time, we check before going out. We have a checklist and a designated person. Someone under V's name, it says usually at my center, they didn't finish it. Let me see who else. One teacher goes out to check for any type of trash, animals, just to make sure it's safe for everyone. We also take towels and wipes and wipe down play before that. Yes, that's excellent. We take turns going out and checking the playground and growing minds. All right, we have one teacher to go out and make sure everything is okay and that everything is in place.
Okay.
Basically, the centers, they do have their own system in place. And that's
good. I'm very glad to hear that. So what we're going to do is just watch a very quick video regarding outdoor safety.
One person just said it's on a daily facility checklist from Matrix.
Okay.
Everything. So we need to look into that. And here we go. No volume.
Okay, let me start it over.
I have 2 rooms that are open, so I have both of their binders that I'll be looking for what needs to get checked off and what I need to be looking for. I have the same routine I do every week, so I don't that everything.
Okay, I'm sorry, ladies.
Watch as this lead teacher conducts her daily playground safety check. Utilizing a safety checklist ensures that you look at everything in your environment that can pose a risk.
These are the playground safety checklist forms that we use. We have one for every classroom. I have 2 rooms that are open, so I have both of their binders that I'll be looking for what needs to get checked off and what I need to be looking for. I have the same routine I do every week, so I don't miss anything. What we're looking for is that everything, door seems to be shut, all the outside doors to here. And I'm making sure that these are shut and properly locked into place. All the bars are, some of the screws are tight, making sure they're all good to go. Checking fence line, making sure there's no issues, looking for rust spots, looking for pieces that are broken off the fence. Come look at the shed where we keep all the toys. Just making sure that it's fairly clean. There's not a lot of debris inside here. They're all set up for when they go outside. I'm looking to see if there are any nests, bugs, anything that can harm the teachers when they're coming in grabbing the toys. I'm also just taking a visual while I'm walking to see if everything looks okay beyond the fence. Also looking for spider webs as well. Depending on the season, we do get a lot of pollen, so I will sweep, looking for debris, things out of the ordinary you might want to take care of. Just basically doing a visual, making sure the boards are all in place, things looking good, the windows. These are the children's buggies. So I usually just check to make sure the teachers also check as well that they're in good shape before they put them in, and they'll take them into their classroom and they go on buggy rides. So they'll do also a check on their harnesses, making sure everything is good when they're putting them in. So I usually just take a visual and make sure that everything looks in place. There's no visual damage to the buggies. One of the other duties is I check the grass, make sure there's nothing that shouldn't be on it, anything that could harm the children. Another job is I check the play structure and make sure the canopy up above has no spider webs, bugs. I'm also checking the foam to make sure it lines up with the cement and also around the beams that hold the tent and around the play structure as well. And I also check the play structure. Just take a quick visual, make sure everything seems to be in place. All the bolts are tight. There's no cracks in the plastic. Give a little shake, make sure it's tight. I'm also moving the things to make sure they're all in place. And then when I'm all done, I just, to the 2 rooms that are open, we have a folder for each one. And it's my job to look at the outdoor activity areas, making sure that they're all in good repair. They meet the standards, prevent injuries and falls. Their equipment is proper size. It's good repair. No broken toys. The glass is good. The fence is in good repair. And there's no trash or anything on the playground that could harm the children. Anything that there's a problem, we go ahead and mark it on here to make sure that anything that might need to be repaired will get noted by the director, and we'll get on the list to get taken care of. Also, I usually mark down that the spider webs were removed, any debris, any notations, things that need to get repaired or that I did correct. I'm also going to add that the weeds are coming in under the fence, also need to get taken care of. And then when I'm all done, I initial it as the lead to make sure that I have checked all of these.
In this video, the teacher checks doors, fences, hazards that can protrude from those fences, debris, areas beyond the fence line, the building, buggies, play structures, grass, and other surfaces. She recognizes that there are seasonal hazards to look out for, such as spiders and pollen. These seasonal conditions will vary depending on where your program is located. She understands the importance of documenting what she sees and corrects, and the process for communicating the results of her playground safety check to her manager. This process would be the same regardless if this was an infant play area or was located in another geographic location. Most outdoor accidents can be prevented if hazards are removed or corrected before infants and toddlers go out to play.
All right, ladies, hopefully I'm back. All right, so in that video, you can see that, you know, she does a very extensive job of checking face, and that, you know, again, we were just trying to get an assessment of things that you all do at your center. So one of the last things that I would like for us to participate in when we're talking about outdoor safety is just to take a little poll. Right now, again, we are in the midst of, you know, this COVID-19 pandemic. I'm so thankful that things, at least in our state, been the cases and have been falling off, and I pray that it continues to be that way. But I would like for you all to participate in this quick little poll regarding cleaning and sanitizing outdoor equipment. So Ms. Lisa, are you able to start the poll?
Nope.
Okay, then.
Can you do
I
it?
hope it's not one of these Andrews. I can do it.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I am going to launch the poll, ladies, and leave it up for about 30 seconds. It's very short, and then we'll talk about the results. So our poll is, do you see the poll? Okay, so the poll is, do you think it is necessary to sanitize the play equipment between classroom visits due to the COVID-19 pandemic?
I can't even see the poll or the results.
Yes, sorry. Well, they are currently voting.
Okay, good.
About 2/3 of the participants that are with us today, they voted so far. So I'll give it a little more time.
Okay.
And then I'll close the poll.
Okay.
And tell you the results.
Okay.
Okay, about 5 more seconds, ladies, and I'm going to end the polling. Oh my God.
What happened?
I went into screensaver. Okay, I'm back. All right. So hopefully is that you all can see that 100% of everyone, which is very nice to see, 100% of all our participants today do think that it would be necessary to at least sanitize the outdoor equipment between class visits. And I think that, you know, it's as well. However, I do want to say to you, currently, we do not have this as a policy or procedure for our centers, but I do believe that it is a best practice, and it's something that, you know, if you feel that strongly about at your center, it's something that you can discuss with your provider or director and talk about, you know, at least sanitizing and spraying down the outdoor materials before the next class goes out. Uh-oh, let's see. All right. Hopefully the poll went away. Okay. All right.
All right. Okay, ladies, we getting down to the end. We got about 2 more slides after this, and then we're going to let you go. But this is the favorite part for me right here. And I know I'm about to make a few of you mad, but okay, let's get down to it. All right. Now, you know that we've had trainings and everything on active supervision. And throughout this presentation, we've been saying that the outdoor environment is an extension of the classroom. So if we have active supervision within the classroom, then quite naturally, we need active supervision out there on the playground. So setting up the environment. I know a lot of you ladies don't have time to come in and then go outside and set up the environment, because a lot of you ladies arrive, some of you may arrive with the same time as the kids do, and some of you may have a few minutes where you can set up the environment outside before your kids go out there. If not, you can always set up your materials to take outside with you so that you can have those types of materials outside, such as books. Maybe a child likes to read. You can take out a blanket, have your bubbles ready. Or if you're going to do an activity with the children, make sure that you have all of the materials that you need at that time when you guys get ready to go out. Staff, ooh, yes, here's where I'm going to make you mad. I know a lot of you ladies, this is not the time to get together and congregate and talk about love and hip hop Hollywood and hip hop Detroit. It's not the time. You should be there listening for your kids, setting up the environment, and scanning and counting. Remember, scanning and counting is very important to keeping track of your kids. And ladies, you should actually be strategically set around the play environment. That way you are scanning, counting, and listening. Listening for kids that are in distress. Listening for kids that may be experiencing or engaging in hyperactive behavior or challenging behaviors. You should be listening for that. You should also be anticipating your child's behavior. For example, my classroom, when I was in the classroom, we were called the Jaguars. Okay. I shared the playground with another classroom. Now, within my classroom, my bunch of kids, they were considered challenging behaviors, I'll say. So I anticipated a lot of my kids' behavior. And we had 4 teachers, and we strategically set ourselves up around the playground so that there would be no blind spots. And I would be on the climber because I'm, little height challenge, and I could go under there and stand under there safely because I knew right there my kids were an aggressive bunch. So right in there, there would also be a problem there. So I anticipated that behavior. I'm standing there and I'm redirecting as well as engaging with the kids to make sure that these behaviors don't get out of hand and someone ends up getting hurt. Now, ladies, there was a saying that went along in education a while back where a lot of the people, they didn't agree with it. I know my cousin was in, my older cousin was in education and she had retired, and they didn't care for this saying. However, during this presentation and researching with my partner, Ms. Kim, I felt that this was the right saying for this. So if we are setting up our environment, scanning and counting, anticipating children's behavior, positioning staff, listening, as well as engaging and redirecting, we will ensure that no child gets left behind. No child gets left behind on the playground. No child gets left behind in the classroom. No child gets left behind in the hallway. So again, keep in mind that outside environment is an extension of that classroom. No hip hop on the playground, ladies. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Now, this is our last slide here, ladies. I know you ladies been sitting down, so I want you guys to kind of get up with us. We're gonna move around a little bit because I know I didn't gain the 15 pounds of quarantine, and I want to see jumping jacks. We can do 10 jumping jacks, do 10 squats, leg lifts for those that can. We can modify. If you can't do the jumping jacks, just move your arms. I want to know if you ladies can hear this music. We're going to get this party started. So we can do the jumping jacks. You can either jumping jack, take your arms and kick your legs out.
Such we can see.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's do the squats. If you cannot squat for any reason, go ahead and give me a little quick 2-step side to side. Come on, come on. Let's go, ladies. 2, 3, 4. Hey, we go. All right. If you can't do it, we got 10 leg lifts. You can't do the leg lift, just kick your legs out in front of you. And let's get physical, ladies. Let's go. All right, that should be 10. At this time, ladies, I want to say thank you. Webinar on Outside Play. If you have any questions, type them in the chat box. They will be answered at a later date by your child development specialist. Thank you again. Stay safe.
All right. Bye, ladies. We hope you enjoyed everything. It was so nice to see.
And we miss you.
We can see, yes, we definitely miss you. And I do want to say, I did see that several of you appear to be at your centers. So thank you for participating from your center. Ooh,
yes.
That's a shame. I'm out of breath.
Hey, I told y'all we need to get physical.
Yes, I really do. But thank you for participating. You guys, please stay safe out there. I can't wait to see you all, hopefully soon. But take care, and we miss you.
God bless. Stay safe.
All righty. Bye-bye, ladies.
Bye.
See ya, baby.
Like a little girl. Bye-bye. That's gonna be our thing. That's gonna be our thing, y'all. Bye-bye.
I hope you all enjoyed it. I really, really do. And thank you for coming.
I took notes.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
All righty.
I thought that was me. That was true. They can hear you. That's me speaking too.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Y'all have a blessed day.
You too.
All right, you too. Thank you, ladies. Take care.
Have a good one, everybody. Stay safe. Okay.
Yes. I had a good time today.
I did too.
I know. LACC say hey.
Hey, LACC. You all stay safe out there.
Right. Please stay safe.
We enjoy, we have a man on our team.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Well, hi,
Hi, sir. Please forgive. We didn't know that you were there. So, and I'm happy that we have a man now on our staff and inside of our CC staff. So thanks very much, and look forward to maybe seeing you when we can all get together again.
I cannot wait.
I can't either. I'm looking forward
either. I can't wait to see y'all out there at the supervision on that playground.
Playground.
Uh-oh.
Hi. And I'm happy to see everybody with their masks as well.
Yes.
That's very, very pleasing to see.
Okay, when y'all gonna come in? Hey, Miranda. Hey.
Hi.
Look off. Oh,
hey.
Hey, babies. Hey. Come in today.
Hey, Kimmy.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey.
Hey, baby. Hey, Wisconsin.
You all look so good. I miss you all so much.
She's so pretty. Look at her.
Oh, thank you. I combed my hair.
She can hear me.
I combed it just for y'all.
Oh, she can't hear me. I gotta go to work.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a good
What you
day.
guys do. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. All righty. Have a good day at work, those of you who are at your centers and those of you who are working from home. We appreciate you so much.
Post these dots. That's the people. Here it is. Okay, leave.
Yes, you can hit the, I think it's link meeting.
You gotta hit it again.
Hey, Manisha, I see you, girl.
Hey, Miss Lisa. Don't be calling me out like that, Miss Lisa.
Well, hey, girl, I miss you, girl.
I miss you as well. How you been?
All right, you.